UHQ Construction's uniqueness stems from its unrushed, honest quality philosophy. So UHQ stands for unrushed, honest quality, which translates into basically a customer-centric approach focusing on transparent communication, expert craftsmanship with top-tier materials, and comprehensive service offerings backed by a lifetime workmanship warranty.
That's right.
That was a mouthful.
Yes, it was.
But
what does it mean?
What does it mean, right? So like UHQ, we try to be different, right? When I started this company 10 years ago, I was like, I'm not going to name this Getz Construction, right? Like I want to be different than all of the competition, right? Which is high pressure sales, lying to customers. I've been in the industry for 25 years now. I've seen tons of lying to customers. And then quality. Like when I worked for other companies in production, I would deliver a quality job and the homeowners wouldn't even know because nobody explained to them up front, this is what a quality project should look like. Mm-hmm. So when I started the company, it was like, hey, I want us to take our time, no high pressure sales. Let's be honest and let's give people a quality job. So, you know, I think with the UHQ Construction philosophy, the core principle emphasizes delivering precise, high quality work without rushing projects and ensuring lasting results and building trust with clients.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, one of our biggest lead sources are repeat customers and referrals.
Yeah. I mean, and those customers that we make happy tell all their friends.
Yeah, because they trust us.
Yes.
And that's like part of the goal at UHQ Construction. That's what makes us unique. I mean, how many horror stories do people know about contractors, right? Where it's like, got a bad job, know somebody that got a bad job, don't trust contractors. Like Dave's a project consultant. So we don't really have salespeople here because we don't do high pressure sales. So Dave's a project consultant. He goes out, he meets with the customers, and he figures out what they need. He puts together estimates, usually multiple estimates, right?
Yes. Typical.
Which is much different than our competition.
Yeah.
And you see it. Like, I mean, how many times are customers like, I've had a horrible experience and they may not like trust you initially when you walk in the door.
I mean, I understand why people are wary and they tell me the stories of, you know, whether it was a different trade. Like we just had a guy who had a floor installed and he had to GC his own project in order to get it done and it still wasn't right.
Yeah.
So he was, you know, it took him over a year in order to, you know, come on board and go with us.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, you can't blame him. Like we see so many of it. I mean, according to the Better Business Bureau, 80% of homeowners taking the lowest bid have issues just getting their projects completed, right? Not that it's done right, not that it looks good, but just issues getting the project completed. And we all know horror stories about contractors and,
if it hasn't happened to you, you at least know someone it's happened to.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing about UHQ is like we try to be transparent and proactive with our communication. So like we want to make sure that our customers are informed through the life cycle of the project, not just like we're going to sell you something and badger you until you buy. We don't do that, first off. But like we want communication from the time somebody asks for an estimate to the final walkthrough when they're happy. And we do this through certain systems and processes. We have a process called the hot sheet. The hot sheet allows us to come out. One of the things we do that's different is we do a pre-build inspection. So most contractors in the residential setting, they're going to like come out and they're going to say, hey, buy here. And then all of a sudden that guy, you never see him again. And then the production comes in and they go, all right, here's what we're doing. This is what's on the contract.
Yeah.
With UHQ, we do what's called a pre-build inspection, where the sales team, whether it's Dave as a project consultant or another project consultant, and then somebody from production or myself, the owner, I come out to most of these.
Yeah, he does.
And we look at the project and we go, okay, this is what we sold. This is what we did. But what are the important things? Like, you know, these really range, like, what's important to a homeowner?
Yeah, I mean, we don't want you working on these dates. We don't want you messing up this part of our landscape or all of our landscaping.
Yeah.
You know,
can you communicate with me well so my pets can get taken to daycare for the day?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you work with me on this or that? And like, we make sure to put those down. We write those down and we review that type of thing before we start the project, during the project, every day of that project. Mm-hmm. We do other things like preferred communication forms, where we go through and we make sure, hey, this is This is the contact info we have. This is how often we're going to be reaching out to you. This is, once a week, we're going to send you a text update and we're going to let you know this is your estimated start date. Also, the friendly reminder form. We go through this on every project. Things like taking valuables off the walls, making sure, because things are going to, we're going to be beating and pounding. We don't want anything to fall off the walls. If we're doing windows for somebody, take down the blinds.
Take out the screens if we're working around the windows.
Yeah, if we're working around the windows, take out the screens. We don't want those to tear. We do a color selection form. We make sure that everybody's on the same page of what every color is going to be on the project.
Yeah, there is no confusion about this or that. We make sure before we order the materials that this is the colors that we are going with, and you have selected them. That's why we always bring samples to this meeting, and we let them select them themselves.
Yeah, and that's why we want to be transparent and proactive communication with our customers, and we work very hard. Also, we're elite certifications and experts in what we do. We've been in business for over 10 years. I have over 25 years of experience in construction. And with James Hardy, we're an elite contractor in the Alliance program. Owens Corning, we're a preferred contractor for roofing. We're Anderson certified for windows. We possess specialized certified experience in installing high quality durable materials that are designed to withstand the local climate. We only work here in Central Indiana. We don't work all over the country. And the reason we do this is we offer a lifetime workmanship warranty, which is pretty much unmatched in the market. Most other contractors, 2, 5, 10 years. What I believe, and this has been this way since I started the company 10 years ago, is if we install this properly to the manufacturer's specifications, it shouldn't fall off. It shouldn't leak. You shouldn't have issues with your products. And if there are, then we're going to stand behind it. Nobody's perfect. There's humans involved in this process. Humans make mistakes. We're all human. We all make mistakes. What we do at UHQ is if we make a mistake, we stand behind it. And we do things like annual inspections to come out and check on projects. We do those randomly where we'll go, hey, we need to check in on the projects, because we don't want a small problem from a past project turning into a big problem. And I don't know any other contractor in town that does annual inspections. Do you know any, Dave?
I'm unaware of it.
Yeah. So we try to be different there. And then the other thing which we talked about, which is we don't do high pressure sales, right? Dave isn't a salesperson. Sometimes we use that term out of,
just common parlance,
common talk. But Dave's title is a project consultant, right? So no high pressure sales. I don't allow that. Not something that's ever going to be here in the company, because I don't want somebody to do high pressure sales on me or come to my house and do that to me. And we try to educate Dave, right? So Dave, when he first came to the company, he didn't know anything about construction. He didn't know anything about sales. He was perfect.
Yeah.
So
excellent.
Yeah. So we want to give you honest estimates. We want to give you options. We commonly are giving people multiple estimates, where a lot of our competition will give somebody one estimate. We're going to give you multiple options because we want to help make sure this project fits into your budget, but also gets you what you want.
Yeah.
And we want to give you those options. And a lot of other companies I don't think they do that.
No, they just assume you're going to buy the cheapest thing, and that's what they quote for you. And then you don't know what you're getting until the project's completed. You're like, wait, that's not what I was expecting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've heard that out of so many customers, right? Where it's just they came out, but this isn't really what I wanted.
Yeah. I mean, and especially with, hardy siding or with windows, there's a ton of details that go into that. And we like to show people up front what they're getting. We ask them, different trim sizes, different profiles, different styles of windows and the options within those windows, the colors, the grids, all those things. They all add up to what your project actually is.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're, a lot of our customers call us because they go online, they see our reviews, they check out our website, maybe they see us on the YouTube channel or something like that, and they go, this is the kind of company I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody I can trust, that's an expert, and will do a good job for me. If that's something that you're looking for, give us a call. 317-884-3140. You can check out our website, unrushedhonestquality.com. We've got a Facebook page you can check out. But if you're thinking about doing a project, let us know. We would be happy to come out, give you an estimate, walk you through all of the details. And then that way you can have the time and the peace of mind to make the best decision for yourself. Because I think sometimes like we may not be the best fit for a homeowner, right? Like I just want the cheapest price possible, right? Like, I mean, if that's the case, then we may not be the fit. But if you're not just looking for the cheapest price, you're looking for the most value, then I think that is a lot of times where we do fit in, because
Absolutely.
we're not necessarily the most expensive contractor in town.
Yeah.
We try to make it affordable, and we do have an estimate match guarantee.
So yeah, if you get a quote from someone else, and you're like, well, what is the difference between your quote and this quote? We'll make a match for you and tell you what they're doing, we're not, so on and so forth.
Yeah, or what's not specified in their estimate.
Yes.
So
if it's not in the estimate and you sign a contract that says that doesn't specify, then they don't technically have to do that.
yeah, 100%. And a paragraph and a price is not enough for doing projects that are over $10,000. I think when you're looking at a $10,000 budget, you could buy a used car for $10,000. So it's like,
one, but yeah,
it would be a great one. But you know, a lot of projects can be more than that, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50
and up.
You know, and up. I mean, we see multi six-figure projects where people are wanting to redo all their siding, all their windows on very large, nice houses. And we work on houses that are very modest houses, very small houses that have lower values on the home, but like it's people's house. Like they want it to be nice. But either way, it's a lot of money. And if your contract with your contractor does not have a lot of details to make you go, I know what I'm getting,
You're probably not getting it.
You're probably not getting it, unfortunately.
Yeah.